Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest updates. We start with Memphis Depay as the No Holland manager, Luis Van Gaal, provides fitness update on the Barcelona forward. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Alejandro Balde, as Barcelona are set to hand a joint world record release clause to the breakthrough young star. So guys, before we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Memphis Depay made his highly awaited return to the pitch during Netherlands' opening game in the World Cup, appearing as a substitute in the win over Senegal. It was a major boost for the Orange supporters who are banking on the Barcelona forward to lead the offensive unit. His experience, coupled with his versatility and quality in the final third, makes him the ideal leader of the pack. However, there has been concerns over Depay's fitness as the Dutchman was coming back from an injury layoff that saw him miss a chunk of the season with Barcelona. But in a recent presser, the Netherlands boss Louis van Gaal has offered some clarity on Depay's future, suggesting that the former Lyon starlet could appear more as the tournament progresses, even though there is still room for caution. Memphis Depay played 30 minutes, the next step is to play 45 minutes. His injury makes it difficult to determine when he can start, so we have to keep track of his recovery process, Louis van Gaal said in his press conference. After securing a win over Senegal in the opening fixture, the Netherlands will be hoping to continue their momentum when they take on Ecuador later this evening. One would expect Depay to once again feature as a substitute, although it will not come as a surprise to see him come on earlier than usual. Depay's return to the pitch and his performances in the ongoing World Cup could be essential for Barcelona, who are actively looking to offload the Dutchman in the upcoming January transfer window. Manchester United are among the clubs looking at the possibility of signing Depay. Whether or not the attacker opts to complete his return to Old Trafford remains to be seen. Memphis Depay, of course, prior to this World Cup, have not been playing for Barca, as we all know, and of course, he picked up that injury on the first international, I think the international break in the month of September, where he was injured, and he has not played ever since. But he played against Senegal, coming on in the second period. There was a lot of talk in the Barca camp saying that Memphis Depay is faking things up, that he's trying to preserve his fitness just for the World Cup. He does not want to play for Barca anymore, blah blah blah. But the player came to online and said, look, I don't want anybody to question my professionalism and my dedication to Barca and things like that. But honestly, I think Memphis Depay was honest with those words, because had it been he was keeping himself to play only for the Netherlands, he could have started against Senegal. Because there's still the talk of he will not be there, maybe he will not even start the game later today against Ecuador. He might come again in the second period. So I don't think those accusations or all those were true about Memphis Depay trying to fake things up about his injury and so on and so forth. Because up to now he's not still 100% fit. We can hear what Luis van Gaal is saying in his press conference about Memphis. He still has some time to recover. He's not fully fit to start games. So talking about Memphis, his future at Barca has also been a hot topic of discussion. A lot of transfer reports lately talking about Barcelona, wanting to sell Memphis Depay because they don't see him as that ideal, that player that they need right now. Despite that his contract still has time till the month of June next year. Barcelona wants to see how they want to sell him. But the player have brought about two conditions: that if you want to sell me, you have to pay all my salary that you are owing me to the month of June, or you also send me to a club that play Champions League football. So those are the two conditions that, according to new reports, Memphis Depay is demanding if Barca really want to offload him in the month of January. Of course, those are tough conditions, but let's see what Barca decides to do. So Barcelona are really hoping that Memphis Depay continue to play more matches for the Netherlands this World Cup so that he might attract suitors, so that in the January transfer window, it will be easy for them to offload the attacker. Of course, Memphis Depay was supposed to leave for Juventus back in the summer last time out, but the move collapsed as Juventus had another player to replace him. Of course, Aubameyang left the club in the month of June as well, and Barcelona were looking for at least a replacement, or let me say a backup for Robert Lewandowski. And to be honest, at that period, I was so happy that Memphis Depay had to stay because we needed a backup for Lewandowski. Lewandowski cannot just be the only number 9, even though Memphis Depay is not that kind of number 9 like Lewandowski, but at least he can offer something there because he has an experience of playing there as well. So let's see how it goes for Memphis, if actually he will depart the club in the month of January or he will see out his contract in the month of June next year. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Alejandro Balde has become the latest sensational in Spanish football. From being one of the many talented players to come out of the famed La Masia Youth Academy in the summer, the left back has become a Spanish international, participating in the ongoing FIFA World Cup. Indeed, Balde's ascension to the national side was an ideal reward for the young defender that has become Barcelona's first choice left back in a matter of months. Keeping in mind his rapid rise to prominence, it appears Barcelona are keen on safeguarding Balde's long-term future at the club by renewing his contract, according to new reports. Balde's current deal at the Camp Nou expires in 2024, but Barcelona are set to offer him a long-term deal. In order to fend off any future suitors for the young defender, they are expected to include a release clause in a deal worth €1 billion. A release clause of $1 billion will keep Balde in line with the contracts of other talented Barca stars like Pedri, Gavi, and Raúl. It should serve as an ideal indicator of the young star's status in the team. With Jordi Alba nearing the end of his career, Balde's prolonged presence in Barcelona's side could indeed prove to be very vital for coach Xavi Hernandez as he looks to build the core of the defensive unit. However, even though Barcelona are preparing a new contract, updating the deal could prove to be challenging as the club are in need of fresh revenue. On that note, the club are looking to balance the books by getting rid of Memphis Depay in the upcoming January transfer window. The Catalans may also receive a new shirt-sleeve sponsor that may bring in fresh revenue, which could ultimately help the club update the contracts of not only Alejandro Balde, but also Pablo Gavi and Ronald Araujo. So callers, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.